Now it's time for Believe in the ACC with our starting lineup. From Florida State, number 17, Charlie Ward. From Morehead State University, number 50, Lloyd Stan. And from Murray State University, number 2, Kendrick Haskett. Get ready for the best sports show about the ACC in all the land. Believe in the ACC starts now. Oh my goodness! I tell you, when you haven't picked up the weight in a while, it's a little heavier on the first day. But you still lift it though. You still got it. You still got it. Still got it. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back.
We are back.
We are excited to be back. This is kind of like a flu game today, but we're gonna press through.
Yes.
Right? We're gonna press through because industry rule number 4008 says they shady.
Record company people are shady.
They shady. Oh my goodness!
And it ain't just the record company.
It ain't show friends, it's show business. It's show business. We're glad to be here with you. That is the great Kendrick Haskins. I'm Lloyd Spence. We've had a summer. We thought it was gonna be like all vacationy. Not so. A lot of stuff going on this summer. It was a very, very busy summer. Technically, it's still a busy summer. It ain't really, it's not really over.
Summer doesn't end until September 21st.
Exactly. So do like I'm doing. Pour yourself a good cup of coffee. I have that now. And we're ready to rock and roll. We got a great show for you tonight. Listen to me. See, that's what happens when you're rusty. We have a great show for you this morning if you're watching live this morning.
I do have a question.
What's up, homie?
What was that contraption you just had for your coffee?
Oh,
it looked like the Space Needle in Seattle.
It does. I thought you always knew about my. It's called a French press. It is the greatest for coffee drinkers. And if you know, you know, it is the greatest thing ever. Because if you like coffee, this is the only real way to drink it. You steep it. You put the coffee in. You steep it. Let it sit there.
What is
strengthen? Is it steep? Yeah, steep.
I mean, I don't know. It might be. I don't know.
Yeah. So basically, you put all the grounds on the bottom.
Uh-huh.
You pour the hot water in. Then you let it sit, and all the flavor of the coffee just loves itself into the air and the atmosphere and strengthens itself and gets all strong. It's like lifting weights for coffee. And so then when you think it's ready, then you press the little button at the top and mash all the coffee down. It releases all the coffee to the top. And so now you got the grounds on the bottom, coffee on the top, pour it in the cup, you're good to go. I steep all drinks here. I got news for you here. I got coffee and tea this morning. This is a steep coffee or teacup. So
you're gonna be bouncing off the ceiling.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a good morning. It's gonna be a really good morning. This is gonna be the liveliest show we've ever done. But yeah, that's how I get my day started every day, with something steeped. But also the tea is like for medicinal purposes, you know what I'm saying? You gotta get rid of a cataracts and all that, you know.
Yeah, so that's an herbal tea.
The herbal tea, yes. This is the herbal tea.
That'll balance you out.
Want to sip with the old boy Rick James?
Unity.
Unity. I got it. I love it. That's a good show already. See, we just need a minute. Get the cold chops rolling. We good. We good. All right. I'm ready to jump on in this thing, man. The ACC, which is really been kind of a quiet for the most part off season. Like all the local teams are doing their thing in their cities, but no real like loud ACC noise, which is actually kind of nice. Now, we're one of the few that are not making noise. Apparently, we do have some breaking news that will affect one of the teams, or may affect. We ain't gonna say will yet. Right now, we're still in the may affect window. But I don't know if you saw this story yesterday, Kendrick, but a judge in Louisiana, stop me if you heard this before, a judge in Louisiana granted 3 members of Ole Miss, if things don't work out in their current NFL situations, you can go back to Ole Miss and resume your college career.
Which is huge news, considering that Ole Miss opens the season in Nashville on September 6th against the University of Louisville.
Well, now listen, there's that. When I saw the story break yesterday, my first and initial thought was, what are we doing? What are we doing?
I think that every day. Every day. It's like it's like the same in basketball. The kid from Michigan State, he went and got an injunction out in California.
Yeah.
The Mitchell kid from Missouri is literally in Louisville now, trying to get an injunction.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what?
Yeah. Or Brendan Snoresby trying to go back to Texas Tech after he didn't get drafted or whatever, and trying to force the NFL to do a draft just so he can get drafted. But Daquan Wright, Xavier Harris, and Wyatt Williams, who are currently in training camp right now, they are in the camp as we speak. If they don't make the team, there's no problem. It's not a problem. They'll just go back to Ole Miss and probably get a couple of $1 million to play for Ole Miss, and all is well.
Well, I guess, though, the good thing for Louisville in this situation is that likely they wouldn't be back up to speed in time for that first game of the season. The first game of the season is week after next.
I would gotta believe, right? I gotta believe, because cuts aren't going to happen until the end of the month. So we're literally talking about they would have a week, if that, to get up to speed and play. Surely. Right. But I don't know. You know,
I saw one of the guys was going to enter the transfer portal.
What are we doing?
He's going to leave camp.
What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing?
It's so stupid, but
it's
it's
by the way,
apropos at the times.
By the way, I don't even want to issue on them because they weren't the only ones. DQ Smith, that used to play, at South Carolina, Jack Pyburn from LSU, Trent Hedrick from James Madison, and Junior Tuhala Maka were also a part of that same lawsuit. So they were all granted. And by the way, if you think college coaches are not going to poach those kids as quick as they possibly can,
I don't hate them for doing it. They should.
They on the phone tonight trying to get that deal done.
They were on the phone. That's how this came about in the first place.
What are we doing? Listen, Kendrick and I have been standing on the pay the kids hill for a long time. They need to be paid. I've been standing firmly on the hill since Vince Young. And by the way, I'm so excited about that documentary coming. I don't know if you heard about that. Yeah. But that's gonna be, I cannot wait for that because I do want to know the other side of the story. But but I've been saying it a long time. I've really been saying it even before then, in the Teddy Bridgewater days. Like, pay them. You look up in the stands, we were both there together, and fives everywhere. You're like,
fives everywhere, teddy bears, and
pay that man. Get that man, get that man his money. But
shout out to Teddy announcing his retirement.
Yeah, that was bittersweet. That was bittersweet. I wonder if he'll go back to coaching.
He may. Teddy's he's such an interesting guy. I would like. There's a lot more to Teddy than people realize, because he's always been kind of quiet. He's quiet, but he's a funny dude, and so there's a lot more to Teddy. So I would love to see him do a sit down with somebody. I mean, he could low key do television.
Oh yeah, he's super smart. He's super smart. He understands the game very well. I will say this, Teddy, he was definitely one of my favorites. And the best part about Teddy to me was he's just a regular dude. Like, he wasn't with all the hype that was going on around him, with everything he was accomplishing. He's like, what Teddy, what are you gonna do? I'll probably go back and play my PlayStation.
Yeah, it's amazing how great him and Lamar were.
Oh my God!
And, their personalities are different because Lamar's a little bit more goofy than Teddy.
Right.
But they both had that personality. You weren't seeing them out.
No,
they back in the dorm playing PlayStation, chilling and watching film. That's all they did.
They didn't do nothing.
I think
you heard nothing.
I saw Lamar out once, and that was on a Sunday after church getting something to eat.
Right, and that's the extent of what you would with both of them. They're not partiers. They just don't do that.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I ever saw. I'm trying to remember if I ever saw Teddy with a young lady. I don't even know if not to say that he had to have a girlfriend or a wife or whatever. But
neither one of you don't hear about either one of them's personal life, which is I'm fine with that.
I'm fine with that.
I know Teddy has at least one, maybe two kids, because he talked about that last time he was here.
Okay.
I feel like Lamar just had a kid not too long ago.
I feel like the same thing, but I don't remember.
I don't know, because again, I don't care about their personal lives anyway. But
I do not care.
I feel like Lamar has been with the same girl for a while.
That tracks.
Maybe even going back to college. So.
That definitely tracks, because he definitely seems like the type of person that once I find what I'm looking for, I'm probably not going nowhere. Because that's how they were in college. They found what they were looking for, and they were like, okay, I'm good. I'm not trying to do nothing else. So, but again, both great guys. But I had to get that story out because it definitely affects everything that's going on. Especially in college sports, but specifically with the University of Louisville, which is in the ACC. As we get ready to discuss, do I do drum roll? How does this work? Do I do a drum? We haven't done drum roll. We do the ACC schedule. We're going to talk ACC schedule with you guys this morning.
It's going to be a fun season in the ACC. I think there's a couple of teams that I think are going to, who kind of may have struggled a little bit last year, that I think are going to surprise some teams this year.
And also, I think there are at least three legitimate national championship type teams. Like I understand what everybody.
I see playoffs, but
no. I think if things fall the way that they potentially could, it's kind of like what happened with Miami last year. Everything fell into place, and part of the reason why it fell into place because they don't have to play the schedules that the other ones have to play. And so if you can be really good in the ACC and get a higher seed essentially or a decent seed, at least you get a top 4 seed. Anything's possible at that point.
The thing is like, you know how it is, though. You know, we've talked about it ad nauseum on this show. Mm-hmm. One loss in the ACC is like 5 losses in the SEC.
yeah. That's the problem. That is the problem. So there's the macro level. The look. Oh, I love to do the macro look. This is one of my favorite things that we do every year is to look at the whole board. You're like, wow, this is really cool. Also, it's like the old multiplication table chart. Like you gotta trace it down. You gotta trace it down and figure out what's going on. But since we can't really break this down, we go step by step. So my second favorite thing about this show that we do every year is who comes up with what as their promo. But now I gotta say something. This year, Kendrick, everybody's promo thing didn't look very good. Right? So I had to do some manipulation on some stuff. So I'll let you tell me as we go along which one is the real and which one is the Memorex. Yes, I just dated myself for sure.
Hey, nobody under the age of 45 knew what that meant.
Has no clue what I'm talking about. Memorex, what is that? So we open with
because I know we're going to talk about our TV shows we're watching lately.
Of course.
There's a shout out to Memorex on the show that I'm going to bring up.
Listen, I'm a Memorex guy. Some of my best mixtapes came on Memorex. So there you go.
Memorex and Maxell.
Hey, that's how you did it.
Yep.
That's how you did it. Memorex and Maxell. Okay. So Boston College is our first team. And they open the season with Cincinnati. Is this Satterfield's last hurrah?
I don't think so.
They've had not great success, but they've been in the conversation in the Big 12.
Yeah.
So I gotta believe
he hasn't done bad. He's done okay.
Yeah. I was gonna say.
I mean, really and truly, he's done about the same that he did at Louisville. I never thought he did bad at Louisville. I just thought these fans were crazy. I'll go to my deathbed with that.
There were definitely some unreasonable expectations for him.
Yes,
in Louisville. Like, what do you mean? Do you see what he's getting? Like, he's doing the best he can with what he got. Yeah. That's all you can do. If you give him what's his name in Alabama? I forget his name. The new coach in Alabama,
DeBoer.
Yeah, if you give him DeBoer's cabinet, maybe he can do better. But that ain't what he was getting. He got what he got. So, But listen, they open with Cincinnati. Then they go to Rutgers, Maine. Wow, Maine has a team. Virginia Tech.
They might be the new UConn.
I know. Shout out to UConn. We love UConn in the ACC. SMU, Pittsburgh, Georgia Tech, Duke, Florida State, Notre Dame late in the year. And then they finished the season with Syracuse. And I guess Miami's still a rivalry in some ways, but not really. Boston College would have to get good again for this to actually be a rivalry.
Doug Flutie was like 40-something years ago.
It was a long time ago. It was a long time ago. They got the good thing about Boston College, I think they got a considerable amount of returning players. So that always helps with the Boston Colleges and the Georgia Techs and the Wake Forests of the world, that they got some guys coming back with some experience. So Boston College typically is competitive. Like they'll be probably a 500 team as usual, maybe slightly above.
They have a difficult schedule. Those first 2 games aren't easy.
That's not ideal. That's
No.
not ideal. But I think that's the way, if you're going to have any opportunity to crack a playoff, that's how you got to do it now. You got to get at least 1 or 2 games in there that make the committees go,
I mean, really and truly, they've only, I mean, no, they're going to win more than one, but they've only got 1 guaranteed win in that.
Because we don't know about Maine. Is that why we called it? Is that why we called it a guarantee win?
There's a reason why they're on the schedule.
It's called padding.
Even though, why are they playing at Maine?
Oh, that game is at Maine, isn't it?
What are they doing?
No. That game's at home. That game's at home.
Okay.
That game's at home.
I read it wrong.
I was gonna say,
why on earth would they be playing at Maine?
I was gonna say they really like Maine because.
Yeah. I mean, at Cincinnati, the open season, that's gonna be. I mean, I may even go ahead and give them a loss there. Rutgers home opener is gonna be difficult. Shiano's a good coach.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know.
I don't know either.
I'll give them that. I'll give it to them because they're at home. Because I do think they're about even. I'll give it. So let's say 2-1 to start. Home against Virginia Tech. Franklin's first season. Haven't really. I mean, after the big splash of hiring him, I haven't really heard much about Virginia Tech since the hiring.
It's been quiet. It's been very
weirdly
very
quiet for the high-profile coach that they had.
It's been very cool, which he probably likes it that way because it's very different from his Penn State days, and at least he can just focus on the coaching and not. That might be the best part of what he's getting out of the getting fired. He gets to make a lot of money and not have to deal with any other of the foolishness that he dealt with at Penn State.
He's making a lot of money.
He's making a lot of money. He's doing all right.
Penn State still paying him a lot of money.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep him at 500, and just say they'll be, as the old folks say, fair to middling. They'll be fair to middling. Watch out for Evan Dickens. Evan Dickens is the transfer. I think it's a transfer line running back that's coming in. I think he played at Liberty last year, but he's coming in this year to kind of give them some identity on the running game. Averaged about 3.8 yards a carry. Not bad, but it's good. Listen, that's a steal for Boston College. They don't get like dynamic running backs a lot, so he should make some impact.
But sometimes they do, though.
Sometimes they do.
Sometimes they have a really strong run. Was it a couple of years ago they had a really good running back?
I was thinking they had one, but I can't remember. The name escapes me right now. Now I like this one. I gotta be honest. This is Cal. I like this one. This is fire.
Yeah.
I like the little yellow eye. I was like, okay, this is kind of hot here. Okay.
Yeah.
They opened the season with UCLA at home. I guess that's the home. Yeah. The home is the
Gold's the home.
Yeah. And then they got to go to Syracuse, and then they come back and play.
That's Syracuse or Stanford? I can't remember.
Maybe that's Stanford. You might be right. That might be Stanford. No, that's Syracuse because Stanford's at the bottom.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Okay. They look exactly alike except for the tree.
They put the tree in there. Thank goodness they put the tree in there.
Right. Stanford always had the tree.
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say maybe they got the tree when they moved to the ACC. I don't know.
No, they've always had the tree, but I have seen the Stanford logo without the tree in it.
That's what I thought. Okay, all right, and then I have no idea who this other one is. The third one is. It's probably. It looks like Ball State.
No, that could be San Antonio. It looks like the Roadrunners, maybe.
Maybe UTSA, maybe.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
But it's at home. It's at home.
I'm gonna have to pull up a right. Our 50+ old eyes ain't reading.
Yeah, it ain't getting it. I got glasses on, and it's still not happening. But then they got Clemson, UNLV. Let me know when you get that. Virginia Tech, Wake Forest, SMU on the road, NC State, Virginia, Stanford, and they close the season out with Pittsburgh. So it's basically they're home, then 2 away. They're home, then 2 away. Then they're home, and then 2 away.
That's Wagner, or if you're German, it's
I'd have never got that. I would have
We
never
sat here all day.
We could have guessed 20 times. I would never have gotten that. I got to be honest with you. So okay. So California, if I'm not mistaken, they still have that little young quarterback, right? They still have that young quarterback coming back.
Let's take a look. Looking at their stats.
Because if I remember correctly,
Jaren Key Sakaputle.
I think that's his name.
Sakaputel. He threw for he killed Louisville last year.
He was actually really good.
Yeah, he threw for 3,400 yards, had 18 touchdowns, 9 picks, was sacked 30 times.
The team wasn't great, but he was really good.
He was great, and the running back was great too against Louisville. They just tore Louisville up.
I was going to say they actually just those two that kind of put it, because Louisville lost. If I'm not mistaken, Louisville lost that game after they had just won a big game.
Yes, that's their MO.
Yeah. Oh, that's why I fully expect them to be the Ole Miss, and then what happens after that, I don't know. But
they play Villanova that following Friday. Say Louisville plays Ole Miss on Sunday, then Villanova on Friday.
Oh, that's a short week. Golly.
Yeah.
Who scheduled that?
They always have a weird schedule.
Yeah.
I've got their schedule pulled up right. It's weird.
I'm going
back to last year's game against Cal.
Yeah.
So they can get more accurate on that, because it was they came off a come from behind win at
That's
Virginia
what I thought.
Tech.
Yeah.
And so they lost that game at home 29-26.
Yep.
They played Clemson the next week too. They blew that game too. Let's see. Individual. Yeah, quarterback was 30 of 47 for 323 yards and 2 touchdowns. And running back Raphael Kendrick had 19 carries for 83 yards and a touchdown. Oh, it was Jacob DeJesus. That's who was killing. 16 catches for 158 yards and a touchdown.
That's now it's coming back all the way. Yeah. I just remember the young quarterback who I kept saying that's Indiana's next quarterback. Well, that's where, if you know the history, that's exactly where Fernando Mendoza came from.
Right.
And this kid, I think, is a sophomore. I think he was a legit freshman, right?
Yeah.
So he won't be, if he has another season like he just had, he will be somebody else's quarterback the year following. I'm actually
surprised he's still there.
Well, listen, you got to build your name up. He wasn't on the radar last year.
This is how much that big that game was for Cal. DeJesus, again, had 16 catches, 158 yards in that game. For the season last year, he only had 1,030 yards. So he got a big chunk of his yards.
A huge chunk of all of his yardage came in that one game. And catches.
I say only 1,000. 1,000 yards in college is huge. It's big time. Yeah,
no, that's huge. Catches. That's massive.
He was the offense. Massive. He had 108 catches for 1,030 yards, 6 touchdowns.
Yeah, no, that's massive. So I think they will. They got a new coach, by the way. They got a new coach.
Okay.
Tosh Lupoy. So it will be interesting to see how they do. They'll probably.
I'll give them the win over UCLA. You never know what UCLA is going to be from year to year. They're either really bad or they're okay.
Know, do you? Yeah.
And then at Syracuse is always tricky because Syracuse is so good at home, especially early in the season.
They are.
You know,
Syracuse doesn't usually implode till about the middle of the season, about the 4th or 5th game.
Leave home.
So they have to leave home. And all of a sudden, it's like, oh, you guys really can't play.
Clemson at home is going to be interesting.
No, it won't. Don't do that. Hold on. We've done this the last 4 years. And you and Charlie stand on the Clemson at home hill the last 4 years. And they've lost 4 games, 2 of them at home.
That game is at Cal. That's why I said.
Oh, is it Cal? Oh, okay. All right. I was going to say that. Come on.
Clemson's ranked coming into the season, and they're still going to be good.
In the coaches poll.
They're still going to be good.
Why are we doing this?
They will be.
They're not. They're gonna be okay. They're gonna be just like they've always been, like 7-4, whatever it is. They're not gonna crack any national pictures until he decides to stop being so stubborn.
They're 26th in the AP.
That's because they're around the rankings because coaches respect Dabo.
That's the AP ranking.
But that's what I'm
The
saying.
coaches put them in the 2023.
Well,
but there's nothing more useless in the world than a coach's poll. Can we just get that out of the way?
Right. Not one coach has watched the game other than the game that they're playing that week. They're not doing that. So anyway, I'm gonna say 6 wins probably.
I'm gonna Clemson's gonna be a tough game regardless of whatever you say. It's gonna be a good game.
No. I'm not saying it won't be tough. They'll probably beat Cal.
At UNLV is good. It's gonna be tricky too.
Yes. I agree.
So,
and Wake Forest, depending on how many seniors they have, that can be tricky.
Yeah, I see 500.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I'd say 500.
And it's no knock on them. They got a pretty decent schedule.
They do. Speaking of Clemson, they open the season with LSU, and after that shellacking, they will then take on Georgia Southern to feel good about themselves at home. They'll take on UNC, which will also make them feel good about themselves. Then they go out to Cal, as we just discussed. Then the reality starts to kind of set in, like Miami. Who is that? Who is that? The Pirates?
East Carolina.
That's got to be East Carolina. It's got to be. I like the picture, by the way. I do like the picture, by the way. That's fantastic. Then Virginia Tech definitely will be tricky.
I'll double check.
Yeah. Virginia Tech will definitely be tricky now that they're under a new regime. Florida State. I got a lot of thoughts about Florida State that we will share here in just a minute. Then Syracuse, Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech is also one of them teams that no Haynes King. So I'm curious to see what it's going to be now that Haynes is gone.
Charleston Southern is who that is.
Is that who that is?
Yeah.
Seriously, some of these logos look exactly alike. Like that looks like
looks like East Carolina.
East Carolina, yeah. Okay, then Duke, and then of course they end the season at in the rivalry game against the Gamecocks. I'll just say it. It's probably going to be another 7-4 season or 75 season. 8-4, 75. I can see LSU being a loss. I can see Miami being a loss.
I'm automatically marking those down as a loss, especially LSU after they beat them last year.
Right.
And that crazy man's the coach at LSU now.
And he's got all the pressure. So I know he's coming to try to come out and hammer the nail.
I don't know, Lloyd. I think I see 8-4.
I'm with 8. I can get with 8-4. I can get with
LSU,
8-4.
Miami.
I think
Florida State's kind of a toss-up.
Yeah.
That last stretch, that last stretch is weird because they could win all 4 of those and they could lose 1 or 2 of those just on just weird college football stuff.
I'm
gonna give I'm gonna give them 9-3.
Ooh, you feeling generous today. I'm gonna go 8-4. I think that Virginia Tech is gonna be a way trickier than he anticipated because
I'm gonna give them that game just because it's year 1 for Franklin.
Yeah, but that's why I think that's the one reason why I think he's going to get it because of the element of surprise. Like he doesn't.
Well, by that point in the season, there's no surprises though.
Maybe a little bit. Like he won't know all of his coaching tendencies. He won't be able to read them like he's read some of the other, coaches and anything. And then we don't know. I
don't think that Franklin's going to quite have the guns yet. You know what I mean?
That's the X factor. That is the X factor. But listen. There were 2 teams that hit the transfer portal hard, and it was Louisville and Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech built their entire roster.
They had to.
They didn't have a choice. They had the choice. So, and from what I heard, I think he did very well. Like he got a lot of solid players. So we'll see. Take notes, Bill Belichick. That's how you do it. So yeah, somewhere between those 2, I think 9-3, 8-4 is probably right. Probably right. So, okay, there's Clemson. Duke, solid. I would expect Duke University to put together a solid presentation as far as the schedule. And this is solid. This is really, really solid. Okay. So they start out with Tulane, which, by the way, did not go Yeah, which did not go well last year, if I remember correctly. Did they lose that game? Somebody lost that game week 1 or week 2. I can't remember who it was. But
Tulane is, but Tulane's lost their coach now. So
yeah, this should go much better this time, I would think. I would think, and then I guess is that Illinois?
Yeah.
Okay,
they
Illinois
last year.
Yeah,
that was a blowout, but I can't remember who blew out who.
I don't remember who blew out who. Yeah, because Duke was good last year. They were all right.
For some reason, I think Illinois blew them out though. I could be wrong. I know it was a blowout one way or the other.
Yeah, that would definitely track. Then, so while you're doing that, Stanford is at home. They got William and Mary at home. Georgia Tech on the road. UNC. God bless UNC for their contribution to the ACC this year. Virginia, Boston College, the Wolfpack.
Illinois beat them 45-19 at Duke last year.
Wow. That was
because I remember it vividly because we were all three of us were stunned by how bad they got beaten that game.
Yeah, that was a Rick James slap on you. Put your feet on your couch, kind of whooping.
My legs, Eddie Murphy.
My legs. You can get another couch.
Oh, shout out to Reverend Dave Chappelle.
Shout out to Reverend Pastor Dave Chappelle. North Carolina State on the 7th, Miami on the 14th. That could be a huge game depending on how Duke performs this year. They close out with Clemson and the Mine Bowl on November 28th with Wake Forest. So I don't know. Duke, listen. Duke definitely found the right coach. They got a good coach. He seems to have the train on the track and is doing well.
I'm thinking 7-5.
I was gonna say it's Duke though, and it's they get what they get. Like the smart schools in the ACC, they get what they get, and it's cyclical. And so they cycled in last year with some good play. Now next year
they lost their quarterback.
So I would say you said 7-5.
Yeah,
that feels right. I think
because with Tulane, with Summerall leaving, and this at home, I give them that. Giving them a loss at Illinois, and I have them going on. Going on a little run there after that.
Okay.
Stanford, William and Mary, Georgia Tech, Carolina. I have them losing to Virginia.
Yeah. And
then winning the next two. Of course, losing to Miami.
Right.
And I do have them losing to Clemson and then beat Wake Forest.
They get Nate Shepard back. They get I think they got a couple of transfers. CJ Campbell, I think, is there from Rutgers, and they got another smart guy in Willem Dahl from Yale. I don't know. You said 7-5.
Mm-hmm.
I can get on board with that. That feels right to me. It's Duke. I mean, come on now. This isn't a basketball team. It's all right. Florida State, the Seminoles. Shout out to Charlie Ward. Who may make an appearance, may not. We'll see how it goes. But his Seminoles. Is this finally the make or break year for their head coach?
I mean, Garth Brooks is performing in Indianapolis tonight.
Is he doing it because of what's going on in Gary?
Nah, this is already scheduled.
This is already scheduled? Okay, all right. They open with New Mexico State, which I don't know what to think about Florida State because I don't know.
We'll find out early on Monday, September 7th. We'll find out.
This schedule is not ideal. Let's just start with that.
Well, early.
SMU, Alabama.
You're right.
Yeah. Now, a little bit of relief with Central Arkansas, but then Virginia and Louisville, and Louisville's on the road. Miami's on the road. Jesus, Miami and Louisville on the road.
Back to back on the road.
Back to back on
and
the
then
road.
come home.
You're welcome, Florida State. Jeez. Boston College, Pitt, NC State, and Florida. That's how they.
Actually, they got Virginia at Louisville, at Miami, and home for Clemson. That 4-game stretch.
That
is brutal.
That's not good. That feels like a scheduling mistake, but here we are. So
I mean, that's all ACC games, so you can't blame them for that. The ACC did that to them.
Well, one thing we'll find out about Florida State, they're either going to be in the conversation or out very early. Because they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 early games before October. Oh God! By the time they end October, they're either in the hunt or they're starting the recruiting process very early this year. Because it won't matter if they don't. I don't even know what they could do. They got to win. I don't know how they do this. The only blessing is that they get SMU and Clemson at home.
Right.
But
and
Jesus.
Florida's at home.
And Florida's at home. But probably your two toughest games are on the road. And then Pitt is Pitt. So, and Pitt in November is going to be miserable. It's going to be cold and raining. It's going to be
cold. The field's going to be crap.
Yeah.
And then Virginia at home. I mean, don't sleep on Virginia at home.
Yeah. I think this might be, unfortunately.
I think
Mike Norvell might
be 6
and 6. Yeah.
6 and 6 at best, and that might even be stretching it.
Well, let me ask you this then: if they leave the Miami game, and they're 1, 2, Jesus, I could see a loss. If they're 2 and 5 by the time they get to Clemson, does Mike Norvell finish the season? Because Florida State will fire you in the season. They've done that. We've seen that movie.
Yeah, that's kind of.
Shout out to Willie Taggart.
That's just
I think Mike might be in trouble. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm not trying to wish anything negative.
Thought he would be after last year, but
it was the buyout. You know it was the buyout. It was the buyout because they're like, if we buy this fool out, then we ain't got no NIL money. So now. So I think they said, let's give him one more try and see what happens. But it is not lost on me that by the bye week at 10 and 24, he might be done. He might be done. And I feel bad because I like Mike Norvell as a person. He is a man of high character. I just think for some reason they're just not consistently getting. Something is not working, and I don't know what it is. I'd love to be there to see what it is, but something.
He had that thing rolling, and like the drop after that ACC championship year. After that,
but it's like working, or it's like all the way not working.
Who's starting at QB this year? Have they named the starter yet?
I think they have, and I think it is. Let me see here. I think they return. Well, one thing they return is Chris Jones, the linebacker. So that'll help. The transfer from Southern Miss. He's solid. Who is starting? That's a great question. Who is starting at?
Is it Ashton Daniels?
Ashton Daniels, yes. Yes, Ashton Daniels. He's a transfer, right? Is he a transfer?
He is.
I don't know if he's a transfer from this past year, but I think he's next up. And then they got some running backs. Usman Kromah and Quintravion Wisner. We gotta do our name show at some point because we love the names. And then a lot of people are high on Usman Kromah. They think that kid could be special. And we'll see how he does in the running game. But we say that every year. That's my problem. We say it every year. If Florida State can get their running game going,
I'm looking up Ashton Daniels. So he came from an SEC school apparently, because
Right.
ESPN app is. I mean, ESPN is like, because it's like giving me his last few games, and they're all SEC games, but it's not saying what team he played for. So
I don't know. I don't know where he came from either. I want to say Auburn, but
whoever it was, they lost to Kentucky 10-3, and he was 13 of 28 for 108 yards and 1 pick.
I feel like it was Auburn, but I could be like way off.
They lost to Alabama 27-20.
It was Auburn. It was Auburn. Oh, he went to Auburn and Stanford. Oh my God. See,
Auburn.
See, I don't love 3 transfer guys. I don't love that. You know, that's usually the kiss of death. That didn't work out last year with Thomas Cassiano. That
was he a 3? I thought he was just 2. That's just Boston College and Florida State. Was he somewhere else before that?
Maybe it was just 2 for him. Yeah, I think it was just 2 because he was at Boston College for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
He might have graduated from Boston College and then just went and played.
I think that's what the deal was.
Yeah. So I don't love, but three transfer guys would make me nervous because that usually means it's something missing. You know who I'm thinking of? That was 3 transfer that went to Florida State. The guy that actually had decent success there, but he got hurt in the championship.
Uiagalelei?
Yeah, Uiagalelei. So
your guy.
Yeah.
Just because you like saying his name.
I do. I thoroughly enjoy it. I don't know why.
And you've already forgotten how to say it.
No. Uiagalelei. I got it. I'm in there. You can't forget Uiagalelei. Like that's a name you got to remember. Okay, I'm gonna say this is not gonna go well, just for the scheduling. I just think the schedule is awful.
A schedule is.
They have to have the toughest schedule so far that we've looked at this morning. That's the toughest schedule.
Yeah.
All right. So this is Georgia Tech. And last year Haynes King carried them deep in, and then the bottom fell out, as we knew it would. They opened with Colorado with Dion.
That's at home.
I saw their guys, like some of their guys, like Colorado's guys. I want Dion to win like everybody else, but
it feels like that thing is
little dudes.
It feels like that thing is about done.
Well, but I think it's going to be done on his terms. And what I mean by that is it'll be him leaving, but I feel like a job opening is coming here soon.
I don't know if his health though.
Well, that's the X factor. That's the X factor. I don't even want to mess with him about what happened last year, because last year was a crazy year. And what team could perform under those circumstances when your head coach is not there to kind of micromanage some of the things that were going on? Yeah. He wasn't there. He just didn't have it, unfortunately. So, but they opened with Colorado, Tennessee, and Mercer all at home. So they'll be at home for all 3 of those. And then it's home and away.
I give them 2-1 to start.
I can agree with that.
At Stanford's tricky.
Yep. Then Duke.
I'll give him. I just don't know who's their quarterback. It's so difficult with Georgia Tech because they leaned so much on Haynes King last year.
Haynes King was the entire offense. He was the running game. He was the passer. I think a couple of times he caught his own passes. The thing that they do have coming back that could make it interesting is that they have Justice Haynes, who was hurt, but when he was with Michigan, but now he's healthy, and he averages about 7.1 yards a carry. So that's going to help. Now, Alberto Mendoza, which is Fernando Mendoza's little brother,
that's where he went,
is going to be the guy.
Okay.
So can they catch Mendoza lightning in a bottle?
Okay, now that I know this Mendoza. All right, so it's 2-1 to start. I'll give him Stanford. Give him home against Duke.
Mendoza had some decent stats when he was backing his brother up last year.
Yeah.
5 touchdowns, 286 yards in garbage time games.
Yeah.
And he even rushed for 190 yards. So they have a Haynes King potential in Alberto Mendoza. Well, I mean, because he will run. He will run. So we'll see. I
can see them being 7-1 coming into that Louisville game.
7-1. Wow. So you're giving them Colorado, Mercer, Stanford, Duke.
It's not exactly
Virginia Tech and Boston College. But at Pitt, though. See, that's the one. At Pitt.
Pitt's one of those, though.
I know. You're right. You are 1,000% correct.
I'll give them 6-2.
I'm gonna say 6 and I'm gonna say 5-3 because again, that Virginia Tech thing, we don't know.
Yeah.
But if Virginia Tech is rolling, I don't know. But it's interesting because they got some pieces. They got two solid pieces in Mendoza and Haynes that if they perform well, because I can't imagine that Justice Haynes, who averaged 7.1 at Michigan in the Big Ten, won't perform well at Georgia Tech in the ACC. I would think that he's going to do well.
Yeah.
So that might take a lot of pressure off Mendoza and allow him to play well as well. So offensively, they could be solid. But their defense wasn't great last year. They were giving up points left and right.
Right.
Yeah, Haynes King carried them both offensively and defensively last year. So I'm going to get on board. I'm going to get on the Kendrick Haskins Georgia Tech train and say, well, it's probably a trolley, not a train. I'm going to say they go a solid 6-2. And then the back half, they lose 3 games. So that puts them at 7-5?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm with that. You are you comfortable with that?
Yep.
All right. Louisville. The Louisville Cardinals.
The ACC did them a favor. They did not do to Louisville what they did to Florida State.
I'm not going to say they did them a favor. I'm just going to say NIL money stretches both far and wide. It looks promising. There are a lot of X factors for Louisville, though. Now, you're there. You're right there in the midst of it all. The first question that I would have, especially opening the season with week 1 at Ole Miss, that's a neutral site game in Nashville, do they have a quarterback, a real quarterback?
Louisville?
Yes.
They're big on Kindholz, the guy that transferred from Ohio State. They're really big on him. He can pass and run the ball. And the backups actually look good in the spring game. But they're going to depend heavily on the run. The running back room. I mean, everyone talks about Isaac Brown, but it's not just Isaac Brown. The running back room is loaded. Chris Barclay, the running backs coach, yesterday said it's like an ocean in here.
Shout out to Chris, our guy Chris, friend of the show.
Our guy Chris, yes. And so the running back room is deep. The defense is going to be legit. With Clev Lubin coming back. Mm-hmm. And they also, a couple of their fifth-year guys, they've been added to the roster over the last couple of weeks. And so they're going to be a legit contender, and they've got the schedule to do it. Ole Miss, I don't know about Ole Miss on opening the season in Nashville. But, again, that's Jeff Brom in a big game. And that's one coach that I will take in a big game.
I'm going to be honest with you. I fully expect them to beat Ole Miss, despite them coming off the best season in the history of that program, despite Trinidad Chambliss finagling his way back onto the football field, despite all of the hype and everything. I think Ole Miss rode a tremendous emotional wave last year to get to as far as they got. And that worked last year. But the hype is over. And I think you're going to see the difference between Lane Kiffin and their current head coach.
I agree with you to an extent because Trinidad Chambliss is that good.
He is, but I think Louisville is the perfect team
Is
to
Lacey
offset
still
what
there?
they do. At Louisville or
At Ole Miss?
At Ole Miss. That's a great question. That is a great question. Let's effort to see that as we go through. I'll let you find that, and I'll go through the schedule for Louisville. If they can get past Ole Miss, then it's Villanova, who has never been a juggernaut.
Now the reason why they're playing them on 5 days,
exactly,
4 days rest.
Exactly. The X factor of this schedule, honestly, is SMU, because SMU they still have Jennings, and he's in his 3rd year, which means he should be very, very comfortable. Now, that game is at Louisville, but if you look at the last 3 years at SMU, it has not mattered where that game has been.
No, it has not.
SMU has done quite well.
And Keywan Lacey is back for Ole Miss.
Okay, so that could be interesting right there.
I'm going to give Ole Miss that way.
Yeah, that could be interesting right there. But they got SMU, they have Wake Forest, which they're the box of chocolates. You just never know. But then after that, NC State, Florida State, Syracuse. They get to bye. They got Stanford at home. They don't have to travel for that one. They got Georgia Tech. They got North Carolina, Pittsburgh, and then they close in the rivalry game at Kentucky. If they can, if what is on paper translates to the field, you could be looking at either a potential ACC championship participant and/or winner, or a potential playoff team. Because if they beat Ole Miss and SMU, that might be enough. If they're beating everyone else consistently and they're not struggling to get wins.
Right.
The schedule sets up really nice.
The schedule is set up nice. At Georgia Tech will be tricky. At North Carolina, we just don't know what. I mean, by that point, Bobby Petrino might be the Carolina coach.
Yeah,
we're actually taking bets on that around here.
Let me know what the over/under is on that.
But I mean, it's a very navigable schedule. I just wonder, where is that weird loss? Because unfortunately, that's been every season. Brom's been there. I love Jeff, but there's been a weird loss.
Can I tell you where I think it is?
Where
most likely, if he's true to form, most
Stanford.
Likely, I was going to say it's either but that's at home. That's the only reason I think they'll.
So was California last year.
That's true. God, dog, that's really true. I'm gonna say the weird one comes at early like NC State or something.
I can see that. At NC State's a tough place to play.
Yeah, I was thinking it'd be at NC State, but it depends on how they come out the gate. If they come out the gate I'm just saying, man, Jeff don't be losing these games that he's supposed to lose.
And they're good on the road.
Doesn't do that, yeah.
One of the most, even though they lost to Stanford at Stanford.
Yeah.
When they had that Tyler Shuck year.
The homer in me wants to put them at 10-2. The journalist in me thinks it's going to be 9-3, but they could squeak into the ACC because there's confusion everywhere else.
And 9-3, I think, still gets them into the ACC championship.
That's what I'm saying. I think 9-3 is possibly legit, but also I'm struggling to find the third loss. If I'm being honest, I'm struggling to find the third loss. And here's the other thing: their wide receiver room could potentially be as good as their running back room. They got in the portal and got some solid folk up to and including Trey Richardson,
Richardson's going to be huge.
Yeah, that was a big pickup.
Mm-hmm.
Trey Richardson is the only reason Diego Pavia had an opportunity to go try out for a team.
And got
now we all knew he wasn't going to make it, but
how you get cut before a camp? That's like Friday. You got fired on your day off.
He really essentially did. But I think those of us that understand and evaluate with a non-biased eye in college to NFL, we all knew Diego Pavia was more Johnny Manziel than he was Fernando Mendoza.
And Trey Richardson was his.
He was his Mike Evans, for sure. And so that's why I was like, everybody got to slow down. I like Diego. Well, then he started doing some weird stuff last year. He got real weird last year, but
the popularity got to him in his mama's head.
So. Yeah, it got real uncomfortable. But
especially
anyway,
his mom. But
oh yeah, 100%. But I think if the receiving room, if the receivers can match what the running backs do, this could be a special year. This could be an absolutely special year for the University of Louisville. So somewhere between 10-2, 9-3, I think Louisville will be in the conversation. If they can avoid the weird loss, like Kendrick said, which so far in Brahms' tenure there has come every year. They've lost the one game they should not have lost. If they can avoid that this year and just play solid football, it could be a special year. Could be a very, very, very special year. Okay. The leaders in the clubhouse right now are the Miami Hurricanes. Everybody is saying that this is Miami's conference to lose. I don't know if I agree with that. Though they have I think that they have a lot of the pieces back, but they don't have the quarterback back. But then also that might be a blessing in disguise.
Their biggest loss is, of course, up front on the defensive side with Bain and
yes,
what's McCall on the defensive side.
Yeah, that them not having the defensive pieces is far more impactful than anything else that they lost going into this season. But again, they kind of reloaded. They have a as I'm gonna read it from the ESPN, a controversial quarterback transfer in Darian Mensah. And by the way, I don't know. No one knows really what Darian Mensah is. He was good at Duke. He was. I don't know if that transfers to Miami. Maybe it does.
I mean, if he could be good at Duke, he can be good at Miami. It's essentially playing the same schedule with better pieces around him.
In theory, you are correct, sir. In theory, you are correct. The challenge that I have with that is that I don't know what he did at Duke that was that great. Like, he was good at Duke, but also I think he had a couple of receivers that were really good, and
he's got Malachi Tony at Miami.
He's got Malachi Tony. That's gonna help. That's gonna help a lot because
Malachi got the human cheat code at Miami.
Malachi Tony single-handedly got Carson Beck to the NFL. I will stand on the hill that Carson Beck may have been cooked.
First preseason game, didn't it?
Huh?
He had a good showing in the preseason, didn't it?
Who?
Carson Beck.
If you want to say he had a great showing against the 3s and the 4s, him and that game was so overblown. But right now, there's nothing to talk about. So I get it. Yeah. But my God, they came out of that game and everybody's like, man, Arizona might not. They may have to wait and they may be able to start Carson. Everybody slow down. Now they are going to start Carson Beck at some point this season because Jacoby Brissett is guaranteed to be out.
Right. He's going to get hurt.
Right. Several games. So he's going to get to play. You are correct about that. But not because he's just tearing it up. Same thing with Fernando Mendoza. We'll get to that in a minute. But this could be an interesting season for them because setup-wise, it's kind of like Louisville. They got Stanford, they got Florida A&M, they got Wake Forest, they got Central Michigan. That feels very 4-0.
Yeah.
Then they have Clemson, but it's at Clemson.
At Clemson could be tricky because
Death
Valley. I mean, say what you want about Dabo losing games at home. That type of game, that kind of atmosphere, because it's most likely going to be a night game. I give Dabo a puncher's chance in that game.
Dabo's whole season is going to ride on it if the quarterback's on his roster. Does he finally have a quarterback or not? Because if he doesn't, then it's going to be whatever it is. Florida State, yeah, they should win that. Yeah, it's at home. Pitt is always tricky, but it's at home. North Carolina should be a win.
Notre Dame game is the game.
Well, everybody's already crowning Notre Dame as the second team already, and maybe that's true. I don't know.
Already crowning them national champions,
right? But also, don't they do that every year? And then Notre Dame will lose the first game of the season. So they've lost the first game of the season 2 years in a row and had to fight uphill.
Well, last year was at Miami.
Right. Well, still, they've lost the first. Right. They've had to, but they went uphill last year and it worked. They went uphill the year before and it worked. So I'm assuming by the time they get to November 7th, they should be rolling.
Well, we know that they can't grow the grass like they did.
Right.
Florida State.
Right.
I think I give Notre Dame that game, and then I think Miami goes undefeated in the ACC.
I think undefeated, no losses.
In the ACC,
yeah, because the only one that's really interesting, but again, it's at home. No, I'm the X factor or not X factor. X being unknown, not being like they're the difference maker, but X being unknown is the Virginia Tech. No one knows what Virginia Tech's going to be. Until Virginia Tech, I start seeing Virginia Tech. I'm not going to put stock on Virginia Tech yet, and that's fair. Now they should blow out Boston College, so I'm willing to go with you and say 11-1, or I'm not going to say that they're going to lose a lot of games. I have them, I think, in my mind in the ACC championship game. I just don't know who's going to play them yet, but they should be good. Listen, Malachi Tony, I think. It's either, in my mind, Malachi Tony or Isaac Brown are the best two players in the ACC.
Yeah.
I feel like Isaac's going to have a chip on his shoulder, and he knows this is it. He's got to go put on a show.
Isaac's got to stay healthy, and you got to worry about that because he's such a small guy.
Yeah, but boy, if he can stay healthy, he could. I think Isaac could sneak into the first round easily. Talent-wise, he could easily get into the first round, but he's got it. You're right. It's all about health for him.
He's healthy. He's so small. I don't think people realize how small Isaac Brown is.
No. We do. We listen to us, people. He's small. He's a wee tiny man. He's Darren Sproles, but also he's Darren Sproles. That's what we're trying to tell you. He can be a difference maker, and he will play on an NFL roster provided that he finishes his season healthy, and he has all the motivation. He has millions of motivations to stay healthy. Well, he's already got millions of motivations, but he's going to definitely have millions of motivations to stay healthy if he can do this. Okay, I think we feel confident about them. All right, NC State, or what I like to call the box of chocolates.
Yeah.
I don't know. Virginia, Richmond, Vanderbilt, Appalachian State. Appalachian State could easily be a loss just solely because it's NC State, or nothing else but that it's NC State. Louisville, Wake Forest. They got a lot of home games. They don't play.
They only have 4 road games.
Jesus, how'd they pull that off?
I think Louisville had that last year.
Wow. Now I'm looking at NC State different, because if they're halfway decent, they might pull off some.
It's actually this year. Louisville only has 1, 2, 3, 4. They get 5. They have 5 road games.
They got 4. Wow. Okay. And the 4 road games are Vanderbilt, Stanford, Florida State, and UNC.
Mm-hmm.
All winnable games.
Yeah. They're going to be in the mix. That's when I was saying earlier that there's going to be a team that struggled last year that's going to have a decent season. That's what I'm talking about. Is NC State.
This is the team. Yeah.
Their schedule sets up nice for them to make some noise.
Wow, this could be interesting.
Yeah,
NC State might be a
kind
disruptor.
NC State's my dark horse to make the ACC championship game.
NC State could be a disruptor. That now all of a sudden that October 3rd game is loud.
Yeah.
That's a loud game. Okay. Wow. Okay. I hate this one. I hate everything about what North Carolina. But also, doesn't this reek of what's going on in North Carolina right now? It's confusing. It's hard to understand. It's a mess. This is all that's happening in North Carolina. Okay.
It is such a mess.
It's a mess. It is a mess. We don't know why their GM was fired, but those of us around kind of know why the GM was fired. It's a mess. It is awful what's going there. So
I'm looking at, I mean,
I gotta believe this is his last. Yeah, I gotta believe
1-1, 1-2.
Yeah.
1-3.
Yep.
Probably 1-4, 1-5.
By the way, the ETSU game, not a lock.
I'm gonna give it to him though.
I'll give it to him, but I'm dogfight.
1-7. There's UConn.
Shout out to UConn.
1-7, 2-8, 2-9.
They're gonna lose all three of those last games. Those last three games for sure are losses.
I mean, I really got them at 2-10.
Yeah, they'll go 1-5. By this, Bobby Petrino will take over after the UConn game, and it'll be Bobby Petrino coming back to Louisville. Or Bobby Petrino coaching against Louisville.
And his brother, because Paul Petrino's on Louisville staff.
Oh boy, this could be fun. That's gonna be and they're doing it solely to get a solid rating for the ACC network. But yeah, 2-10 sounds right. Okay. Pitt again. Who knows?
I don't like this graphic or whatever.
Oh, I hate it. But the ones they
why
have
you need the schedule on there twice?
Well, this because it's Pitt. I don't know. This is what they do, I guess. Why is it on a building? Let's start with that.
I mean, is
that a famous building?
I'm guessing because they're one of the rare urban schools like Louisville, Miami. I guess they're just
or maybe because they're building their program. See what I did there? Miami, Ohio should be a win. UFC.
I mean, they start out the season 4-0, I think.
I don't know. UCF, they got the dollars. That might be a lot harder.
That's gonna be a tricky game. No, that's gonna be tricky. I'm just giving it to them because they're at home.
Yeah. Syracuse, Bucknell should win that one. Yeah.
7. They could be 7-0 going into that Miami game.
That'd be nice. That'd be a nice little loud ACC moment.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say though that 6-1. I think they're gonna lose that UCF game. Okay. UCF is they play ball. They got money. I'm comfortable with 8-4. I'm comfortable with 8-4. Are you comfortable with 8-4? Are you feeling good about
8-4? I mean, I think their ceiling could be 9-3.
Okay, yeah.
I can see 9-3 in that schedule.
Yep. 100%. Shout out to Pitt. Okay. That's if you ain't about all that. They just kept it clean. They kept it clean.
I like it.
Florida State. I don't even know who that is. It's at home.
It's not Central Arkansas because they have that bear thing.
I think actually the September 26th one is Central Arkansas. I feel like that's Central Arkansas.
It could be.
Or maybe that's Cal didn't put their bear on it. I have no idea who that is. But whoever it is, they play up September 12th. I'm sure it's probably a cookie cutter game. Then the big one on September 19th. That's the one everybody's gonna be watching. That one might decide early the ACC. And then after that, they got 3 home games with Boston College and Virginia, and whoever the September 26th game. They have 4 home games in a row. Cal. They got Cal coming to SMU. Then they go on the road.
I can see 11-1 with this schedule.
11-1,
possibly if they beat Louisville.
You feeling good about Jennings? If they're 11-1,
feeling good about their schedule.
Well, but I'm saying if they're 11-1, it's because Jennings is a legit Heisman Trophy candidate.
I see 11-1 or 10-2.
Okay.
I mean,
I don't know if you're wrong about that.
Notre
Dame.
I say
10-2 because I don't think they're gonna beat Louisville, and I don't think they're gonna beat Notre Dame.
But the Notre Dame is definitely a loss.
Right.
Maybe Virginia could sneak up and get them in Texas.
Yes, because that's what Virginia does. They'll steal one game they're not supposed to every year. Every year.
I'm saying 11-1 ceiling, 9-3 floor.
I'm very comfortable with 9-3, which, by the way, puts us right back where we were. We're saying 9-3 gets you in. This was interesting too. I like this is as nerdy as it gets.
But it's very Stanford though, so I love it.
Yeah,
Andrew Luck designed this. I guarantee it.
100%. 100%. Like, let's keep it academia.
I love it. I love it. This vibe totally in on the nerd.
Yeah, I'll lean in. If you're going, if that's who you are, lean in.
Yeah, lean in on it. I love it.
Hawaii. The only thing is, I don't know if that means they're. Oh, let's say. Okay, so I see it now. The ets. I was looking for the et sign somewhere, but they just say the words et. I got it. Hawaii, Miami.
Had to make it a little bit difficult.
Yeah. Hawaii at home, Miami at home. Those are interesting, but I don't think Stanford's gonna be that great. At Duke, Georgia Tech, Wake Forest, Notre Dame on the road. Wake Forest, Notre Dame on the road definitely feels like losses on both of those. And then the back half is kind of brutal. It's Louisville, it's Virginia Tech, it's Cal, and then SMU. Ugh. Feels very 4 and.
You see 4?
I was trying to force 4 out. I'm thinking Miami's a win. I'm thinking
Miami's a win.
I mean, not Miami. I'm sorry, Hawaii. I'm looking at Hawaii saying Miami. Hawaii's probably a win. Maybe not 4. Elon is a win, probably. Cal could be a win because that's not even a road game, really. That's just like a rivalry game, and it's right down the road. Okay, 4 is a stretch. Maybe 3. Maybe 3. 3 and something. 3 and 9.
If it was spades, I'd say 2 and a possible.
Yeah. Right. And not a strong possible. Not a strong possible.
Yeah, that's a jack.
Yeah. I'm not even sure what. Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny. I'm not sure what Syracuse was going for here.
Yeah, what is that?
I don't know what this is. Is
that supposed to be the dome?
Maybe that's what it is, but that's ugly. I don't like it.
So is that dome?
I don't like it at all. But the words are clear, so I'll take that. So
yeah, I can read it.
The other thing I don't know what Syracuse is doing is that I don't love their schedule. Like they got
UConn.
Oh, you listen. Matter of fact, let me say this: UConn is the greatest indicator as to what your team is, because if your team is not good, you must schedule UConn on your schedule. Notice the 2 teams that schedule UConn with Syracuse and North Carolina. Think about it.
I don't know if U of L will ever schedule UConn again after what happened at one game up there when the guy clearly waited for a fair catch, caught it and took off running and scored, and they gave it to him.
Right.
I don't think U of L's played them since.
They're like, we're not fooling with them. Their home games are brutal. I mean, brutal. Louisville, SMU, Clemson, and Notre Dame all at home. Can somebody help Syracuse out, please? Like, Jesus, how is that fair? Every hard game they got on their schedule is that now it's in their building, but
they're like
help.
Super hard games.
Right.
I'll give them 4 and 8.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. We can move on because that feels exactly right. They'll steal 4 somewhere, just where I don't know, but this is not a great schedule at all. Virginia, keeping it simple. Keeping it simple. I think this is the stadium. I'm assuming that's the stadium.
Yeah, it is.
It's a weird way to do it, but okay.
Their opener is super interesting.
So what did they decide? Because I had heard some things that everybody was nervous about, some of the travel ban stuff, and then they were going to pull that game away from Rio de Janeiro and bring it back in stateside. So is that still?
I guess it's still on because Dallas, because isn't Dallas and the Ravens still playing down there?
They're going. The NFL don't care about all that. They're going to go regardless. But I think there was some legit concerns about the travel stuff.
I just don't understand the ACC playing one of their big time marquee games to start the season in Rio.
Yeah, that sounds stupid.
But it's the ACC.
But right, it's on brand. It's for sure on brand. For sure, it's on brand. But I just don't. Yeah, I'm with you. I don't get why Rio de Janeiro is clamoring for Virginia and NC State. Like, you know what game we really need here? Man, if we could just get Virginia, it's
a marquee matchup for the ACC.
For us, yes. Stateside, yes. It would be a great game.
Yeah.
But I don't know anybody in Rio de Janeiro that's walking around with Zion Wilson, the D tackle for Virginia. I don't know that anybody's walking around with Zion Wilson jerseys. So I don't get why they're doing it, but whatever. I mean, it's whatever. So they open with that game. Then they come back with Norfolk State, which should be a win. West Virginia, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough one.
Yeah. Delaware, God, thank you for your UConn-like contribution. Florida State on the road.
Florida State.
Yeah. Syracuse, that'll be a good game. Syracuse, Virginia actually end up being a good game. SMU, Duke, Wake Forest. It's an interesting schedule as well. I don't know. Virginia is also a box of chocolates team.
Yeah. I think Florida is 8-4.
8-4. You got them at 8-4.
That's their floor.
Okay.
Topping out, I think.
I'm gonna
I think they could top out at 10-2.
10-2. Ooh.
Topping out. I mean, that's giving them. Let's say they lose at SMU. I'm giving them that.
Yeah, I think.
And then they lose. And then even if they lose that opener, they can run through the rest of that.
Provided that some of the teams. This is a weird schedule too, but it's also not a bad schedule.
Because the West Virginia game is at home.
Yeah,
and so I think they could top out at 10-2.
Actually, I think the West Virginia game is at neutral.
Or is that neutral? Oh, yeah, it is. It says Charlotte.
Yeah, it's at neutral. But it's still, like
West Virginia. West Virginia hadn't been West Virginia the last couple of years either.
Right, and that's Virginia contingency. They travel. They will travel. So yeah, that's going to be an interesting game. But I'll get on board with the 9-3. I think. Now, like this is solid.
This is solid.
This is solid. This is really good. Okay. So
can't read it though.
Yeah, I don't.
VMI. VMI. I can, and then ODU, which is a sneaky good big game for them because I think ODU beaten them like a couple of times.
I think so. I think you're right about that. I think that has not gone well consistently. Then Maryland. You never know with Maryland. I think until Maryland fixes their jersey problem, they're always going to be up and down.
Well, they're always going to put.
They have the worst jersey on players.
They're always going to put that goofy flag on there.
I hate that jersey so much.
I don't know why they love that flag so much, and they put that flag on.
I hate it so much. I hate it with the hot coals of 1,000. I hate it. Boston College. Yes, my God. Okay, Boston College, Pitt, Cal, Georgia Tech, Clemson, SMU on the 6th. Stanford, Miami. Again, if Virginia Tech can somehow adopt a Penn State-like mentality,
then they'll lose to Miami and they'll lose
to Miami, right? then they'll go 10-2. They'll go 10-2. Because the schedule sets up actually nice.
They'll lose to Clemson too.
Oh yeah,
they have the Penn State mentality.
yeah. If it's true Penn State mentality, they'll 9-3 for sure. But I think it could legitimately be 9-3. I got this sneaking suspicion that he's going to come in on fire. I really do. I don't know why, but I do. I don't like this at all. I just to be honest with you. Wake Forest.
Yeah, they didn't even try.
Do better.
What are those helmets? When do they wear those?
I don't know, but I don't like them.
I like chrome, but I don't know if that yellow does not.
Well,
look right.
There's a weird yellowish tint, and then also you can't see it, but you can kind of see there's a Demon Deacon guy.
I figured that's what it was,
and I'm like, why is that? That's a fail. Like surely somebody. It's a smart school. Surely somebody in that school.
And I love chrome helmets.
I love a good chrome helmet, but this is not working.
Oh.
This is not striking fear into anyone. But they got Akron open, Purdue, Miami. Oh God, they got Purdue, Miami, Louisville. That feels very 1-3. Then Stanford, NC State, Cal. This is where they kind of right the ship a little bit. But then, oh wow, the backside's not awful though. Virginia, Merrimack. I don't even know what. Where's Merrimack at? Do you know where that is?
I've heard of it. I don't know where it is.
Okay. SMU, Georgia Tech, Duke. It gets real nerdy toward the back end of the schedule.
500, I think, is their ceiling.
Yeah. Depending on how many seniors they have, 500 is probably right where they need to be. Okay. I think is Wake Forest the last one? Yeah, that's it. All right. There you go. So
prediction for the ACC championship?
Oh man.
I think it's just going on what we were saying, going through the schedules and everything. I think Miami, you can just write them in.
Yeah, I think Miami's in. I think Miami's for sure in.
I think that SMU Louisville game.
That's the game that decides. I feel the exact same way. I think whoever comes out of that game unscathed will be the person that you can probably slot in with NC State as the
NC
potential disruptor. Yeah,
yeah. And does NC State play both Louisville and SMU, or is it just Louisville?
I think, man, I want to say they play both. We should know that considering we just went through the schedule. Considering we just went through the schedule. They play one. They only play one.
So
their other tricky game is Virginia. That opening Rio de Janeiro thing.
Yes, that game is I think it's going to come. That other team is going to come for those three: Louisville, NC State, and SMU.
I think so. What I would also like to see is all three of those teams or four of those teams hover around the 9-3, 10-2 mark, because the stronger that they are nationally now, at least you can say, hey, we got four teams that are 9-3 or 10-2. We're in there, just like the SEC, just like the Big Ten. And really it's more about being better than the Big 12, probably.
Yeah.
Probably. So that the Big 12 doesn't sneak a team past Louisville or not Louisville, past the ACC. And because I don't think the Big 12 is going to get more than one. I think whoever wins the Big 12, that's it.
Probably. Yeah, because they're going to give the SEC and Big Ten every other spot.
Every other spot is going to. So there you go. So we're all the rest of everybody else is fighting for 3 or 4 spots. So there you go. Yeah. All right, let's run through these last ones real quick. I'm over. I'm almost at a point now where I don't know if I'm going to keep watching ESPN on in the morning. And it's no shade, but I can't take some of the most ridiculous takes. Like everybody's talking about Fernando Mendoza. He's playing so well. He might start over Kirk Cousins. If they do that, then the Raiders get everything they deserve.
I mean, I could see him taking over at some point in the season. But
of course. but not starting to see. Come on, man. It's preseason. It's preseason.
I take everything they say this time of year on ESPN with a grain of salt. They just feel it. They got shows to fill.
And I want a salt-free diet. I'm so I don't think I've seen First Take all summer long.
I'm kind of done with First Take at this point.
I am too. I'm giving First Take a thumbs down. See what I did there? See what I did there? So preseason game tonight. That'll be interesting to see what happens and how much hype. Real quick, I'm not even gonna get into the Lakers. That's a whole nother show. We'll do that next week. We'll do that next week.
Because something will happen between now and next week anyway.
Yes, it will absolutely happen. It's crazy.
Or nothing. Because basically it boils down to Jeannie Buss is like, I forgot all the cards. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Well, she definitely seems to think that she does. We will see.
And it appears that she does.
Well,
y'all can vote all y'all want.
She's not an idiot. Let's
She's the only smart one in the group.
Right. Let's just say that we'll leave it here. She's not an idiot.
Nope.
She's not an idiot. So I don't know why, but whatever. Okay. But it's the most Laker thing to do, by the way. It would not even be the Lakers. I'm really more concerned about the Mark Walters part. Like, that's crazy. What's going on with that situation is crazy. Speaking of crazy, shout out to our boy Pablo Torre, who just y'all keep lobbing him up, he keeps knocking him down.
Yeah, he was catching all this stuff because the NBA's investigation didn't reveal anything. The NBA ain't trying to help do anything to Steve Ballmer. You can't listen to anything the NBA says in that situation.
Well, first of all, the only thing the NBA revealed is that he didn't funnel money to the company. But he was part owner of the company. People, it's not rocket science. He was a part owner of the company. He didn't have to funnel money to the company. He was a part owner of the company. Mm-hmm. There are many ways to funnel money. You don't have to actually move money from one place to another to stop it. Pablo Torre has the story. He has it. Mm-hmm. Now, whether they want to do anything about it, that's up to the NBA. But
which they obviously clearly don't.
Right. I guarantee you he has the facts right.
Right.
Okay, so let's move on from that. What was your favorite thing to watch this summer?
I finished up The Boys. I was fine. I was fine with the finale.
I like the finale. I do like the finale. That was the perfect ending.
Yeah. I kind of saw it coming, but I was fine with it.
There's only one way this was going to end.
Right. Yeah. I started when a shout out to what we were talking about earlier with Maxell and what is it? Wait a minute.
Memorex and Maxell.
Yeah. Memorex and Maxell, yeah. Of course, yeah. Memorex, and I couldn't remember Memorex.
Right.
Shards. Have you started that?
I just saw it. Pop up on my timeline like yesterday, and I was like, "What is Shards? I don't even know what that is. What is it?"
So it's based in 1981, California.
Okay.
Rich white kids.
Okay.
And a serial killer.
You have my attention. You have my attention. You have my attention. You have my attention.
You get all the 80s nostalgia. It's shot like it's in the 80s. Grainy video when it needed. Not all the time, but it's good.
By the way,
it's good so far. I'm like 3 episodes in.
By the way, for all my Snowfall fans, they dropped the trailer of The Drop, the new spinoff from Snowfall. It looks outstanding.
I'm ready for that.
It feels like Snowfall.
I've been on this high horse about. I'm tired of all the black TV shows being drug shows.
But this isn't that though. This is like
Snowfall's not that.
Yeah. This is like Snowfall meets the Wu-Tang series. Because it's about the music industry.
That Wu-Tang series is so good.
Yeah, it's got a feel of both of those shows together. So I think it's going to be really, 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 really good. Plus, I love Gail Bean. She was so good in Snowfall. She was her and Leon. Well, Leon's not his real name, but they were both outstanding, which is why they got the spinoff. So it looks like it's going to be really, really good.
Yeah.
So that's one thing I've been watching, and then Lioness. Man, come on.
Has the new season started?
Yes. Yes, okay. You got to get caught up. Yes, it is.
Because I've been seeing a lot of talk about it, but I didn't know
The
it
first
actually
2
started.
episodes were like, Zoe, why is she not getting an Emmy nomination? Help me understand. Because I understand the stuff that y'all are nominating, but also,
she good. She the highest paid actress in Hollywood.
yes, now she's fine. Zoe, she's fine. She's doing just fine. But my gosh, she's such a good actress. She's so good. That show is so. Taylor Hackford, not that. Is it Hackford?
No, Taylor Sheridan.
Sheridan. I'm thinking of Ray, but Taylor Sheridan is killing out here in these streets. Killing it.
He is, but I need him to pull back because some of the shows are lacking because of he's doing too much.
So he might be doing too much. Okay,
Yeah,
I haven't seen all the shows.
I haven't seen all, but I know. Well, Yellowstone, because I was a big fan of Yellowstone when it first started. But you can tell watching the show, A, that they didn't know what to do with it. B, they had to fill time because they didn't have enough storylines. So when you see all the music montages, one in the show, I'm like, okay. But like it was towards the end of Yellowstone, there's so many montages in there just to get to 60 minutes.
She was like,
and then the second season of Landman didn't hit for me.
Really? Okay.
No.
So now you gotta be worried about. Now you gotta be worried about the Sam Jackson one.
Because like the first season was awesome of Landman.
Yeah.
The second season they leaned too much into the wife and daughter, and like, they're pretty. I know it's because they're pretty and they're sexy, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But it just got annoying. It was too much of them because that's not the main storyline. You got to, at the end of the day, like they always say, keep the main thing the main thing.
Keep the main thing the main thing.
And they veered too far off of the main thing because the main thing was still great, but it was too much of the wife and the daughter. We need to scale that storyline back.
That's one of the reasons why when full disclosure, I've never even said this publicly, but full disclosure, as a writer, that's why I try to end the series before I even write it. Like I know where I'm headed. So that way everything I write toward the end is pointing towards that. Mm-hmm. But I already know what the end is. I already know how we're going to end this. So it makes it so much easier. But if you don't know, like you look at Breaking Bad, how brilliant it was. It was brilliant because Vince was like, whatever happens, we're going to end here. Mm-hmm. And so now everything else looks like it's going to that. And it makes it really simple. But that's just a little behind the scenes trick. But anyway, yeah, I love Lioness. Lioness is fantastic. And then one more I'm going to give you before we get out of here. I saw Lanterns. And I was
just seeing a promo for it, but I don't know.
I only peeked in because it was trending all weekend. I was like, everybody's talking about this episode. Let me go see what happened. It was good. They set that show up perfectly, and it's going to be interesting to see where this is going. And for all the things that people say about James Gunn, his TV shows he's getting right. Now, maybe it doesn't translate to the movies all the ways, but the TV shows, Penguin, Lantern, he's getting those right.
Penguin was so good.
Maybe his lane is TV. Maybe it's not movie like he thought it was. Maybe it's TV. So I don't know. But and then of course we're loving our cooking shows. We're loving them.
Oh yeah.
Great.
Food truck race.
Food truck. Thank you for introducing me to that. That is a good time.
Yes.
Yeah, it's been great. Pitmaster's been interesting. I don't love the flow of the show, but it's hard to do a barbecue show because barbecue takes 8 to 9 to 10 hours.
Right.
So, it's just a hard show to do. But I'm enjoying all of that. So it's been a fun summer. Yeah. And then football is about to be back. Like we're here.
High school football starts this week here.
You excited?
Sure.
I'm so sorry I asked that question, but also not really because that was fantastic. Oh my God, sure, it'll be great. high school football.
We do got a lot of new faces in old places. St. X has a new coach. Mill has a new coach. Central and Fern Creek all have new coaches this year.
Wow. Okay. So
my boy Mikael McKay, you might remember him. He was a star receiver at Moore. Played at UC. University of Cincinnati.
Okay.
He went back and coached Moore for a little bit. Now he's the head coach at Central.
Wow.
So,
which, by the way, has become a get. Yeah. That's a good job now. When we were growing up, not so much.
But Ty Scoggins turned it around. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Marvin Dantzler did a great job there, even though I don't feel like he was totally appreciated there.
Yeah.
And then,
Mikael McKay's turn. It's hard following the guy. It's always hard following the guy. Always.
It is.
Yeah.
And now it's Mikael McKay's turn. So good luck to Mikael.
All right. Well, listen. Give it up to this guy. You don't have to know why. Just do it. Give it up to this guy. Amazing. Okay. We got to get out of here. We love each and every one of you. Shout outs.
A big shout out to my cousin because it's his birthday today. So shout out to my cousin Mo Owens. He's the defensive backs coach for the Louisville Kings and the champion Louisville Kings.
I was gonna say, don't make me Birdman you now.
Champion Louisville Kings. And
don't make me Birdman you now. Put some respect on it.
He's also defensive backs coach at Christian Academy, where they've won like 3 straight state championships. So he's a championship coach. So shout out to Coach Mo.
Every time you say Christian Academy has won something, it blows my mind because that is not the Christian Academy I grew up with. But
I didn't even know Christian Academy was a school when we were kids.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That is not, I knew they were a school, but like good at things? No, that's not what they were. But now they're good at things. So
Jahai Brown, the #1 football player, recruit in the state, wide receiver for Christian Academy.
That's so wild to me.
I think he's moved up to a 4-star.
Really? Wow.
Oh, he's amazing. He's amazing. Wait till you see this kid.
I can't wait. I cannot wait. Speaking of birthdays, shout out to Mom. Today would have been her 76th birthday. Today. And so
happy heavenly birthday.
Yeah, happy heavenly birthday. I'm sure she's trying to tell everybody in heaven how to cook because that's what she does. You don't put that in.
It's like my mom the other day told me, your grill doesn't have that smoky flavor. I'm like, my grill is literally a smoker. See, the only thing that can be smoky is charcoal. Like nothing else can give you a smoke.
When she said it, did you go Dave Chappelle and go, word? It doesn't.
I had to check my head. Sorry.
You can't argue with Mama. That's Mama. You can't argue with Mama. 2 sneaky shows. DR from Detroit, far better than I thought it would be, and she's hilarious. Diarra from Detroit.
I just saw something on that like either yesterday or this morning. I was scrolling through.
I was bored doing my.
What does it come on? What platform?
So technically, it's a BET show, but now it's on Paramount because Paramount bought everything.
Yeah,
so
Paramount's
it's on Paramount Plus. Yeah, it's on Paramount Plus, but it's actually really good. It's quirky. It's a real weird, quirky thing, and she's funny. She herself is funny. She wrote it, produced it, stars in it. It's very good. So that's one. And then Average Joe came back. I don't know if you ever saw season 1 with Deion Cole. When they put that out, well, you don't like Deion Cole?
No, I love Deion Cole.
Oh, I love Deion Cole. I am a massive Deion Cole fan.
Yeah,
but I did not. Deion Cole is a much better actor than you think he is.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you watch all the stuff he's done, he's actually kind of brilliant. And Average Joe is really, 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 really good. So okay, we're getting out of here. My shout outs, shout out to the team, shout out to everybody, shout out to each and every one of you. We're glad to be back. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, and share this to any and everybody you can, because that's how things happen around here. Things are happening because of you guys, so we appreciate it.
And shout out to Charlie. He couldn't make it today because he had compliance meetings.
He had some stuff.
Yeah.
He's doing stuff. He's like a coach or something. Yeah.
He had head coach stuff to do today.
If he were here, he would probably shout out Troy Vincent and his wife, because I think he just gave him an award or something, or they're getting an award in October. So we'll shout them out for him. So with that being said, that is the incomparable. And I'm going to carry him off like Scottie Pippen. I'm going to carry him off the stage. That is the incomparable Kendrick Haskins. I'm Lloyd Spence. This is Believe in the ACC. I've been waiting all summer to say this. Cue the damn whistle.